What's up, everybody? This is Hit Rewind. I'm Sticking My Kid Beats. I know y'all been waiting for another Larry Bird video. So, today I decided to drop another one. So I guess it's, who I'm doing is Larry Bird versus Bill Laimbeer. Like, a lot of y'all was writing in the comments about they hated each other, and it's just like I wanted to see, like, why do they hate each other? Like, what went on during the time that they was playing that he hated him that much? So I think too that because he was Pistons, that bad boy style of play and stuff like that. So I'm thinking he was pretty much a dirty player, but it's like why he just didn't like him, period. So I'm just not do a lot of talking. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what's going on. All right.
Charles Barkley had a handwritten letter delivered to Bill Laimbeer before playing a game against him. And it said, "Dear Bill, f*** you.
Damn.
Sincerely, Charles Barkley."
What that man
and
do?
As one might expect, they got into a fist fight that game.
And now Barkley gets into it, and he hits Laimbeer. And now there are some punches thrown.
Man, those soft ass
Robert
punches.
Parrish, who got into a fight with Laimbeer 3 years in a row, was questioned about Bill Laimbeer. He said, "I was always taught, if you can't say something nice about someone, then don't say anything at all. So I'm saying nothing at all." But nobody hated Bill Laimbeer more than Larry Bird.
I never really ever liked Laimbeer in any social situation.
No.
Yeah, why?
And it's because he was a dirty player. The
Oh,
80s when
okay.
I played, there was a lot of cheap shots. If you go back and watch the Pistons playing against Chicago, I mean,
Oh my
Michael and
God.
Scotty were getting pounded. And a lot of it happened after the whistle. Like you're going in and you
Like,
get
why
fouled
you-
and the guy goes ahead and tries to, that's a free foul. Ricky Mahorn, he'd hit you and all that, but he'd hit you, you know you're going to get hit.
Why, so I hate players that's like that. They just try to hurt you just to hurt you, and then make it seem like they didn't do nothing wrong. And then it's just also like, he better been good for him to be doing stupid shit like that. Like, I understand that you got enforcers and all that's going on, but it don't make sense of players trying to just play just to hurt another person. It's uncalled for. And then I just also, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all like the style of play as far as the physicality back in the days? Or do you like it now? I know it ain't a lot of, you can't really touch players and there ain't a lot of physicality, but did y'all like the fights, like actually seeing fights on the court back then compared to now that it's like a pushing match and stuff like that? Just let me know what y'all think about that.
He didn't try to maim you.
Right.
Bill tried to hurt you.
Got
It looked
it back,
like-
so they reset it at 5. Laimbeer walked with it, then committed a foul, knocked Bird to the floor. Celtics
What
are
the
very
fuck?
unhappy about it.
Yeah, caught Bird in the jaw.
Yeah.
And Larry's a little upset.
And he was one of them guys you shoot.
Yeah, I
his
would've
elbow, he tried to
swung on
slide his
him.
foot underneath your ankle so you twist your ankle, and that's why Parrish
Did he
always
really
was
used to do that?
If you watch any of our old games, Parrish was always twisting his ankle against the Pistons. So one time I shot a jumper and Laimbeer did it to me, and I stepped on his foot, but I stepped on a high and twist my ankle. I don't know, a quarter or two later, he was shooting that jumper. I slid mine on there. That's the last time he ever did it.
Really?
And when Bill
Give him the
Laimbeer
same
was
energy.
called the NBA's dirtiest player by Michael Jordan,
Laimbeer and Jordan. Yes, indeed. There are punches thrown.
he responded in a way that really showed his true colors.
Michael Jordan
So-
may be a very good, outstanding basketball player, but as a individual,
So did they used to actually throw punches and they getting rejected back in the day, or they was just rejected afterwards, or was they really hitting like fist fighting and then they give them a foul or something like that? Like, that's crazy.
down to
that's
earth
for real.
heart person, he has. I mean, who is he? Who cares about him? All he does
This was me, struggling to keep up with posting consistently on YouTube and getting less views than normal, until I found Spotter Studio.
is play basketball in the world. He's this big.
Yeah, I can see why nobody liked him. And during the 1986 season, when the All-Star team had just been announced, Bird asked a group of reporters if Laimbeer, who had been an All-Star the last 3 years with the Pistons,
Hold on, he was an All-Star?
And when he heard Laimbeer was not selected, Larry Bird said, "Good. Now I won't have to worry about him getting on the bus and saying, 'Hi, Larry.' And me having to say, 'F you, Bill.'" But that year, they would still see each other in the playoffs.
I was always the one that came out first, and there's always a leprechaun out on the floor. I'd go out and spit right on the leprechaun.
Damn.
Rub my foot in it, and then go down and make a big dunk. Away we went.
The tension was obviously high, and in one game, Robert Parrish said, "I feel like Laimbeer took some cheap shots at me. I guarantee something will break out if they let it go next time." And though nothing happened the rest of that series, the very next year,
we would have
they
been
met
fighting all the
again
time
in the Eastern Conference Finals. And in Game 4, it got crazy.
Open people. See Sting. And 24
Oh, I remember that highlight. Damn. And I think he threw the ball at him.
Larry Bird and Bill Laimbeer have both been ejected from the game.
Yeah, I remember that.
The ball at Laimbeer and Rodman coming over.
Larry Bird said, "Laimbeer was backing away from me, didn't want any part of me. I wish they would have cleared the court for about 15 minutes and just let us go at each other."
Oh, hockey style.
And Bill Laimbeer, in classic Bill Laimbeer fashion, he said, "I didn't do a thing. I tried to grab hold of him to break his fall. And Larry came up swinging. I was victimized." And Larry Bird responded, "Sure, he wasn't trying to hurt me. And I was trying to throw the ball at the referee. Bill's face just got in the way."
When you play the same team 4, 5, 6, 7 times right in a row within a space of about 2 weeks, it's got to be bad temper. Our ball club, I always feel, were retaliators, not instigators. And I think the other team, like Detroit, they are the instigators.
And in that next game, when Bill Laimbeer tried to come out and shake Larry Bird's hand, Larry looked at Bill and said, "Go f yourself. I always have respect for my opponents," Larry said. "But in my instance, I think Laimbeer was trying to hurt me."
Yeah, he definitely
in Game
was.
5, the Celtics got their revenge.
I was at the game, and the crowd just had so much hatred for Laimbeer for that game. I've never been in any sort of a sporting event where the crowd hated a player that much. And I still am convinced to this day that the crowd convinced Parrish to punch him in the second quarter.
Oh, no question.
Very gingerly tried to shoot that shot.
Nice play by Darren Day. It doesn't fall. The tip by Parrish. He can't get it to fall, and Parrish takes Laimbeer to the ground with a right.
I ain't saying I don't condone violence, but
Somebody did this.
Laimbeer, he had it coming. He had it coming.
Because you watch the replay and it was like barely he did anything.
It could have happened 2 plays before.
The cameras just got the part where Robert got mad, see? But nobody saw Laimbeer's elbow that hit him in the neck, right by the Adam's
just
apple.
trying to do that stuff.
And all he did was react because people are sick and tired of this guy with the baby face, putting his hands up all the time. Who, me? Meanwhile, he'll sucker punch you, he'll do everything in the game. So as I said once before, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yeah, I was kind of looking over my shoulder, Max. I thought I was going to get sucker punched, to be honest. In the heat of the battle, we exchanged a few unpleasantries, then a few elbows that passed between us, and then I just lost throwing punches. So I couldn't believe I lost my composure like that. That was the first time ever.
This play epitomized 80s basketball because not only did this flurry of punches result in no ejections and no technicals, but they didn't even call a foul. They just kept playing. Larry Bird called it a good deed. But sometimes, in the words of the great Frank Sinatra, the best revenge is massive success.
Mm-hmm. Or
Because later on that
served
game,
cold.
Larry Bird made the greatest play of his entire career.
We knew we had to win that game. Both teams knew that whoever won Game 5 was probably going to win the series. Casey had to play the starters almost the whole game. And
Buckets.
so our guys were just completely worn out.
There's Bird off the screen from the corner.
Buckets.
Basket by Larry Bird. That's It's a
Larry Legend.
Detroit by 3 with 1:13, and Bird has 36.
The Celtics had been to the finals in 84, 85, 86, and now it's 87. We're all beat up. The guys that are playing are hurt. So, you know, it was just guts. It was just a guts and pride.
3:41 to go in the game. Detroit leading by 2, and that man is playing on nothing but heart. He went out with an ankle injury that would keep most people out of the game, came back in, and now he's twisted it again.
Dang.
Now, the Boston moment, that was a heartbreaking moment.
That's the thing. Like, I'm seeing like a lot of them had a lot of heart. Like, they still try to play hurt like that. That's crazy.
What was heartbreaking about that moment is I had made the game-winning shot.
Everybody wants to beat the Pistons. Right now, Boston is first in line in that desire. They lead by 1, 27 seconds to go.
But I was on Isaiah Thomas, and he went one-on-one against me at the top of the floor. I thought I played pretty good defense, and Isaiah didn't get in the paint, and he took a jump shot, a contested jump shot, and it went in.
Out on the top of the floor against Houston.
16 seconds. Houston right in his face.
Money.
Thomas with a very big bucket.
We go to the timeout. We know
I hate to say it, I'm a
either the left
Pistons
side or the
fan.
right side. And we...
All right, my bad, guys. My camera ended up dying, so we just, where I left off at, we just going to start right back there. But sorry about that.
I'm over there to try to block the shot.
There's Bird with the ball against Mahone.
He'll take it to the hoop. You can bet. He's going to try to draw a foul.
It's blocked. And Seasting hit it off of a Detroit player. No.
Ball goes out of bounds, and I'll never forget, everything just started went in slow motion. So I run over, we look at the bench, no timeout, nothing. So I run over and I grab the ball.
Detroit should have called a timeout, Brian, because they had a timeout left. They could advance the ball down to the other end of the floor. There's a shot somewhere, there's a photo that I saw that Chuck Daly is standing by their bench with his hands up, calling timeout. Isaiah, I remember to this day, he's standing there like this to the referee, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
So I grabbed the ball from the referee. Laimbeer's a good foul shooter. I never had taken the ball out. That wasn't my thing, right? I throw it up. Bird sneaks in. I didn't even see him.
Bird that's what that's right when he was inbound.
That's what happened.
When you look at it from a couple different film angles, I mean, he threw it right to him on the move, and I had my back to where he was stealing the ball. So when I turned around, I was probably more shocked than anybody in the whole stadium that Bird had the ball in his hands.
And this is probably one of the most incredible plays that's ever happened against me, and that probably I've ever witnessed from an athletic standpoint. Two people being in sync, and just Bird just playing every second. And that's what the Celtics taught us, to play every second, not to play 47 and a half minutes, but to play a full 48.
And he had a smirk on it. He knew the game was over, and he almost had a smile on his face when they gave him the ball, and he did not see Bird at all.
But the thing I remember the most is that Joker.
Density is a tool to record your DJ set and master it after. Density connects to DJ decks to record a set. Rather than recording audio, it records...
This is the out of bounds line. That Joker caught the ball, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, he going out of bounds. That dude did this.
Nope.
Like a ballerina, right? And if you go back and you watch the play, that dude is on his toes. The baseline is right up under his toes. And in my mind, he must have stood there for about 5 seconds because everything was going in slow motion in my mind, right? And it's like, damn, how you doing that? And then DJ, out of nowhere, right? Right. They are so in tune, they are so in sync. He catches the, Bird hits him, he catches the basketball, lay it up.
Dang.
I'm walking to the huddle, and as I come back out of the huddle, right, we try to take the ball out of bounds or whatever. Larry walks by and he goes,
wow.
Winks at me, right?
Now he winked at him.
Oh.
The Celtics won that series in 7 games. And when Bill Laimbeer tried to shake Larry Bird's hand again, Larry just ignored it and walked straight through it. Larry Bird said, "I don't like Bill Laimbeer. Why should I shake his hand?" Even Isaiah Thomas, who was Bill Laimbeer's teammate for 11 years on the Bad Boy Pistons, had this to say about him. "To tell you the truth, if I didn't know Bill, I wouldn't like him either." And when the Celtics retired Larry Bird's jersey in 1993, that hatred was still there.
Damn.
Thank you. This seems like a perfect night. I mean, except for the fact that Bill Laimbeer couldn't be here. What would you tell him if he was?
We would probably hang him up with my knife.
That's wild.
Because back in the day, the animosity was not for show. When they hated each other, they really hated each other.
Damn.
And it didn't stop when they retired. They were enemies for life.
I hate Larry Bird, but I respect the hell out of that man.
I respect Isaiah Thomas's talent. No matter how much I hate him, yeah, I respect his game.
But Bill Laimbeer's hate was on another level because he didn't respect anybody, not even his own teammates.
That's crazy.
In his last Detroit Pistons practice before he retired, Laimbeer elbowed the star player Isaiah Thomas and broke his rib. And when Isaiah Thomas got angry, Laimbeer elbowed him again. Bill Laimbeer once said, "I don't fight, I agitate, then walk away." But this time, Isaiah Thomas didn't let him walk away, because in retaliation, Isaiah Thomas punched Bill Laimbeer in the head, breaking his own hand, resulting in Isaiah being sidelined for 8 weeks. Like I said, I can see why nobody liked him.
Yeah. I don't give an inch at all on the court. I don't give anybody any respect. I think that's the major problem with a lot of other players is I don't respect their game. If they happen to get in the way, well, that's not my fault. That's their fault. I make no apologies for my game throughout my career. Whatever the general public thinks about my style of play, I really could care less.
You left the bad blood on the court for the most part, but not with Laimbeer.
Yeah.
You never really ever liked Laimbeer in any social situation.
No.
Yeah.
And it's because he was a dirty player.
Larry Bird's sitting next to you right now. Would you talk to him? Would you have a conversation with him? What would you say?
I'd probably go to a different table.
So Bill Laimbeer was doing all that? Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I would have hated him too, because you doing that to your teammates and stuff like that. Like, what is wrong with you? And then was he an all-star? Because I wasn't familiar with his game. I just remember when he slapped and clothesline Bird and stuff. That's the only thing that I remember to him. But yeah, Bill, he shouldn't have been in the league, but I know it was a hard physicality and like style of play back then, and that hard check rule, stuff like that. But like, yeah, in today's league, that wouldn't fly. But hey, but as you know, even through all the adversity and everything that's going on, great players always find a way to be even greater. Because I know a recent video that we seen, we was watching, that how I think it was his passing video where he stole the ball and then passed it out and then won the game for him. Like, yeah, Bird, like, it's so remarkable how I didn't know nothing about him to now it's like I'm knowing a lot, and he's my top two, my top two of all times. And so yeah, Larry Bird is great, is amazing, is a legend. But yeah, we at the end of the video. So at the end of the day, I still have to do that Magic Johnson and him courtship. Give me some time. I will try to put it out for y'all so we could, just start seeing. But I really appreciate y'all commenting and showing love. Like, keep doing it. Like, y'all helping me grow. I really appreciate y'all. But I'm Sticking My Kid Beats, and this Hit Rewind. Peace.